Hi, Dave Weiss here again for the Glue Bomb Show. I wanted to give you a little update on the Meng Sherman tank. I got a little bit of work done on it recently, and it looks pretty cool, I must admit. Now, I started off by spray painting the original green plastic to this more army green. It's a slightly different tone. It really doesn't show up too well here in this lighting, but it's a more olive color. It's a lot less bright green than it even appears here on the screen as I'm looking at it. But I like how it came out. I like this color better. And I was able to get the rolling stock and some of the detailed pieces on it. And here's what we ended up with. Now, what you might notice is, and it's a little hard with the lighting, but I did an antiqued black wash over this to kind of really lay in some of those little detail lines and stuff. And the other thing that this one recommended that the last one didn't was to put sort of a steel wash over the tracks. And I really do think that came out looking a lot better that way than the last tank that I built. So I thought I'd do a little demo here this morning about the wash idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on a piece of the turret, the top piece of the turret, because it's got some nice details on it, and I thought I'd just show that. I'm going to leave it on the tree for now, and basically what I will do is when I'm done and I'm ready to mount it, if there's anything that isn't quite right, I will just touch it up with some of this black, and it should cover over really nicely. Now, this is black. This is craft acrylic. This particular one's Apple Barrel. I don't care what brand you use. It's all pretty much the same. Craft stores have this sort of thin-bodied acrylic, that you can use. And so what I'm doing is I'm just sort of coating over everything. And I got to go pretty fast here because it dries real quickly. And we want to make sure that we can remove most of this. So we're just going to go completely around it, especially when we get into areas where there are cracks and crevices and detail lines, because essentially that's going to be your... so there we go. It's black. Pretty much the whole thing is painted black. And now I'm just going to take my paper towel and I'm going to just sort of tear a small piece off here. There we go. And we're just going to start wiping. And again, what we want to do is we want to wipe away most of that black. We're going to wipe away as much as we can. What we really want more than anything else is that the black would stick in all those little crevices, or the details around the hatches and things like that. This is and again, this is kind of a work in progress. The good news is, because it is acrylic, if you just make it, if you're having a hard time getting some of it off, just add a little bit of water to your towel, and that should do the trick. So what we end up with is something that looks kind of like this. And I don't know if you can really see it, but the black really lays in those cracks and really helps to, I think, increase the realism of it. It makes it look a little grungy, a little weathered. So that's what my tip for the day. I think I've demonstrated this before, but I just wanted to show you how it's coming together. Again, a really nice looking detailed little kit here. Of course, I still need to put the turret on, a couple other parts, a couple more handholds, but these folks really do a nice job. Now, I will admit, I needed to glue some pieces on this one. Normally, you don't have to, but there were a few of these pieces, these tiny little pieces, that were kind of, they weren't sticking real well, so I added a little glue. Again, no big deal. I expect to use glue on a model. But overall, once again, wonderful kit to build. So take care, have a great day, and I'll show you the finished product at the end of the video. And here's the finished piece. Now, overall, this was a lot of fun to build once again. It was a pretty quick, easy build. Again, not having to camouflage it made life a little easier as well. Overall, not a lot of fit issues. There were a couple pieces that I had to really glue down, and they didn't quite fit. Like some of these little framework pieces didn't quite fit the way I was hoping they would. But again, overall, I expect to glue things together, so it's really not that big a deal. Again, a fine quality kit, a good time, a fun build, something you can do in an afternoon if you really want to, and it's fun. So if you think this is something that'd be up your alley, check it out, and we'll see you next time on the Glue Bomb Show. Have fun. God bless.